Three questions you want to ask yourself on a regular basis. You want to ask, how can I grow? What can I give? And what can I celebrate? Those are three questions you want to live with.
Hi guys, and welcome to Live Your Bliss, where we manifest the life of our desires. And together, I hope that we can create a community of like-minded people that can not only teach each other, but learn from each other, because we should never be done learning. So today, guys, I'm gonna be going over scripting more in detail. If you saw my journaling video, I touched on scripting a little bit, and now I wanna go in more into detail with it, because scripting is one thing that I've used quite a bit in my journey, specifically how I moved me and my 3 sons and my mother here to Florida from Texas. I'm gonna go over all of that with you guys today in this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so I'll tell you guys a little bit of a backstory. So about 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted to move from my hometown in Texas. I made this decision, and without having any of the resources, I started taking action towards it, and I just felt like it was the right thing, and I felt like everything would unfold for me the way it needed to unfold. When you make the decision in your mind to make a change in your life, everything in your current life starts falling apart so you can rebuild that next life, because you can't take that stuff with you. And I'm telling you, everything in my life just started falling apart. I lost my job, I lost my house, my car broke down. I mean, in a matter of about 3 months after deciding I wanted to leave, I lost everything in my life that was connecting me to that city. You know, literally everything. And so for the last about month and a half, I was staying with someone, and I was so, I won't say depressed, because that's a really overused word, and that's a really serious. I wasn't depressed, I was just in a low point in my life. I felt like I was failing pretty much, but I still had this burning desire in my heart to get out of there. I felt like if I could just move, that things would fix and everything would be beautiful. Now, I will say I had the wrong idea. I mean, the way it works, it does not work like that. If you want change, you have to have change within before you see it on the outside. And through that time, that is what I started learning. And I mean, I just started engulfing any type of way of manifesting, of changing my way of thinking. Once I learned that I needed to change myself to bring this new thing in, I was on it. I was on anything that I can do with self-help. Mind you, this whole time I was homeless. I had 3 kids, and we were all staying with someone. And so it wasn't easy. I was in a really hard spot, and it was really hard to keep myself up. Now, where scripting came in, once I learned the law of attraction, and I learned about visualizing, you know, visualizing wasn't always so easy for me, because again, I'm in surroundings that I just don't like. I can't visualize in here, but scripting helped me tremendously. It was a way to help me get out of this space that I was in mentally and put my mind where I actually wanted it to be. And to actually give you guys an example of how scripting works, I'm gonna actually read one of my journal entries to go over that with you. So let me explain exactly what scripting is. Scripting is a type of journaling. But in this journaling, you're writing about what your life, how you want your life to be, how you want things to unfold in your life, but you're writing it in present tense. And I'm actually gonna read my scripting my scripting entries to kind of give you an idea of what I mean when I say write it in present tense, so you can have a better idea of that. What I used to do, because like I said, again, I was in a situation that I did not like. I was unhappy. I was really unhappy, and I was being really hard on myself, and I just knew I deserved so much better. So I used to write in my regular journal. I always am completely honest in my regular journal, because yes, I do love scripting, but I'm not a fan of ignoring what your real emotions is. I do believe that you should get your real emotions out. You should address those, and you should not ignore them. So this would be my process. I would get in my regular, this is my regular daily, day-to-day journal, and I would write exactly how I feel. Now, I have marked out a journal entry already for you guys, and so you can see this was 3/24/18, 2018. So you know this is completely real journal entry. I'm gonna read what I wrote in my regular journal so you can understand where my mind was, and then I'm gonna read what I wrote in my scripting journal. So in my regular journal, this is what I wrote. 3/24/18.
I kind of feel discouraged today. I keep having to remind myself to walk in faith. I know everything is coming to me. I know where I'm going, but still, I'm looking at my surroundings every day, wondering when. I'm done being tested. I've learned all the lessons I need. I thought I'm just ready for things to be completed. I'm ready to be sitting on a beach, thanking God for all I have and how far I've come. I'm thankful now, I guess. I'm just restless and anxious. But I will keep my faith, and I will stand strong and remember what all of this is for. I am grateful for today. Thank you.
Now, before I move on to my scripting journal, I want to point out that even though I was down, I found some ray of sunshine somewhere in there somewhere, and I still said thank you. I still said I was grateful for where I am right now, because gratitude is what it is. I always kept my head up, and when we're going through stuff, guys, you gotta keep your head up. You gotta find some way to try to be positive. I was low right there. I was really low, and I still found something to say thank you about. I still said, I know I will come out of this. This too shall pass. I will be out of this, and I will be sitting on the beach somewhere. So now let's see what I wrote in my scripting journal, so you can actually understand how my mind worked at that time. So just so you guys can see, and I will say this has already come true. So this is 3/24/18. That's what I'm reading. 3/24/18, same day I wrote that other journal entry.
I am so grateful. I'm sitting on a beach, just watching the boys play in the water and build sand castles. It's hot as hell today, but the water helps. The boys love it. Anything to get them out the house. It's not hard doing that here though. It's so much to do, so much to see. I'm so grateful. I love living in Miami. Thank you so much for the opportunity to live my dreams.
So if you see what I mean, even with everything that I said, once I got in that scripting journal, all of that was out. And what I wrote in that journal is actually what I wanted for that day. I didn't care about what was actually in front of me, what was going on. Once I got in that scripting journal, it was all about what I want, what my desires was, and I was completely in detail. I talked about how hot it was, the boys playing in the water, building sand castles, and I'm sitting there hot on the beach. That has happened. That has happened. But when I wrote that, I was sitting on someone's couch, guys, homeless, no money, no way of figuring out how I'm gonna move here, no one to move in with here, no job here, no way possible of moving here and knowing how I'm going to survive here, but still I managed to get that out of my mind and onto that paper, and it has come true, that I wrote right there. And that's what I mean when it comes to scripting. Scripting has helped me get this house. Scripting has been something that I use consistently, and it has consistently gave me results. Every time I get results with scripting. If you know anything about the law of attraction, you understand that when you ask, you have to see yourself already in that situation. See yourself with whatever you're asking for already. Visualize, pretty much. And scripting is a way to do that. And it puts you in there. And the more detailed you get, the more you're in that situation, the more that you're now in that reality. When I was writing in my scripting journals, I'm in that reality. It was March 2018. I moved here May 2018. 2 months later, with no way of knowing how. When I wrote that, I didn't have the money to move here. All of that just manifested once I made the decision that this was what I wanted, and I was gonna do whatever I could to get it, period. And so I made that decision, and once I made that decision, everything I needed started falling to me. Now, I'm not gonna say that it was easy. It wasn't an easy transition whatsoever. I was tested a lot, I learned a lot, I made a lot of mistakes, and I went through a lot, but I appreciate all of it, because right now I'm in a place where I appreciate where I'm at, because I worked so hard to get here. So much blood, sweat, and tears have went into this that now I can appreciate it, that I can truly be grateful for it and not take advantage of it. Scripting is something that I'm always going to implement. I mean, big, small things that I want to manifest. It doesn't matter. I always script it. I literally right through my days. I have 5-10 years away from today scripted in my journal already. I like to do that because it helps me to, one, recognize what it is that I want. Where do I want my life to be in 5 and 10 years? You know, it helps me to understand what I want, so I know what I want to work towards. And then to go back, like reading that journal entry again, when I was looking for journal entries for this video, I was so surprised at how many of them entries have come true. How many of them that I wrote about. I wrote about this house, and I didn't realize how specific I was with this house. I wrote about this house a month before I found it. And I literally wrote exactly what it is, which I'm not gonna read that entry. I'll probably save that for another video. But I mean, it's insane once you put that stuff down on paper and you just let it go. You know, I don't stress about it anymore once it's down. I write it, I close my journal, and I let it go. And that's how it works, because at that point you've done all you need to do, and it's sent up to God, and it's gonna come back to you. I promise, it's gonna come back to you if you believe, if you have faith. Scripting works. Okay guys, I want to thank you so much for sticking around with me, and if you got any information today that you can use, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, tell them about me, subscribe, and join the family, because I would love to have you guys here. Most importantly guys, live the life of your dreams and live your bliss.